The following is a presentation of Playfly Sports Properties and Michigan State Sports Properties.
Well, a special good evening to everybody out there. It is Saturday, April 15th, 2023. I'm your host, Jason Strayhorn, along with my co-host, Otis Wiley. Jehuu Caulcrick is on assignment down in Memphis for the USFL Michigan Panthers team. We'll miss him dearly, but the show must go on. The show must go on. So, Otis, everybody that's here, subscribers only event here in the Fieldhouse in Albert Street in East Lansing. Beautiful day today for the spring game, but right now it's a little rainy, but hey, it doesn't stop the show though, right?
That's Michigan weather for you.
Yeah.
It gets you all hyped up for the spring. Then you come out and it's raining, but they're still out here turning up, showing support, and we've got a good show coming up.
Absolutely, man. And thank you all for being subscribers who are in this show right now. If you're watching live, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And follow us on all our social media platforms, and this is how to do that.
Thanks for tuning in to This is Sparta MSU. Interested in hearing more from us? Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok. Click on the link in the bio to head to our link tree for more information. Help us grow our following by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Tell your friends and family to do the same. Have an idea for a future episode? Let us know in the comment section below. And now, back to the show.
Otis, spring game today. All kinds of things we're going to cover in a minute, but there were some other events on campus today. The Izzo Legacy 5K, thousands of participants.
Yeah, one of our very own, Pete, and his friends and family did the run. We should have did the run, but it was too much time ahead of it. To get
I would wanted to do it. We tried to get Choo-Choo, but he was a little.
You saw Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo was dressed in all black, and he said it's Johnny Cash. That's what you got to dress up like. Man. I knew he was sweating. He was sweating until he got out of there.
Yeah, man. A lot of people out there. Beautiful weather, as we said. With thousands of participants. Izzo did a phenomenal job in the old event.
Yeah, and also it's been a good thing where people turned out, showed up. A lot of people on campus. We have our baseball, our softball team that was competing. Hopefully, softball didn't get rained out and they finished the game. But it's a lot of traffic, a lot of support.
Yeah, rowing was here, had a strong showing against Miami, Temple, and Tulsa this morning on Lake Ovid and Sleepy Hollow State Park.
Yeah, if you haven't been there, that facility is obviously phenomenal. It's a brand new facility, but it's right on the water. And
it better be on the water. They're rowing, man.
It's on the sand. But if you had any chance to go out there to the boathouse, it's legit.
Oh, man. Talking about other events, baseball wins 12-2 over Western Illinois in game one of a doubleheader.
Oh, yeah. Last night, man, it was under the lights. It was pretty nice when they won. You had the flickering of the lights. We do the little fan engagement. It goes in and out. But we all about Spartans wins, and this was good for baseball.
It was good.
Yeah.
Baseball did the win. Softball had a loss. They lost 5-0 to Minnesota, but still some positive things.
Absolutely. We have a first new head coach for year one, so you're going to have those pains and gains, but she's coaching them up, getting that standard, switching the tide from the culture standpoint. So keep the support because they have some big wins, but I think next year is going to be obviously the next one we're going to look forward to.
Before we get any further, we got to make sure that Harriet Dean gets a shout out.
Absolutely.
Harriet. What's up, Harriet?
Steve Smith.
The
Tatum,
bus.
21.
The Tatums are here. Steve Smith.
The Michigan State bus is out there.
Oh man, players are here signing it. You know, it's a family affair here in East Lansing. You know, talking about the hardest schedule for Michigan State. They're saying that Michigan State now is the number 2 hardest schedule in the country. When you look at the entire nation here, only South Carolina being harder than Michigan State, coming up at 62.7.
Listen, we talked about this, that one, if we just compete and we win the games that we need to win, and we need to beat that team down the road, I think there's just the strength of schedule gets us to obviously the bowl game eligible. But I think that once we put the chemistry going on and then we start clicking, we still got a fall. We still got off season in the summertime. We still got the training. So capitalize on what happened in spring, which we're going to update on the second half of this. But I think it's going to be great that I want it. I want the competition. You know, you want to be on the national spotlight. And so when you have those wins, they're solid wins. So I'm looking forward to that.
You're right about that. Speaking of Harriet Dean, the gymnastics update, you know, we talked about the NCAA championships, Delaney and both Gabby Stevens. And we're going to take a little video here and see how they perform. Otis?
Listen, I wish I could give you a breakdown on like what we're seeing here. But
Harriet could give us a breakdown.
Yeah, she can.
She really could.
I think the standpoint of
come on over here.
What our gymnastics program.
Bring the beer. Bring the beverage. Come on, right here. There's a little breakdown, Harriet.
We put Harriet on the spot here. So you got right here, Harriet. So Harriet has been a long-time supporter of gymnastics.
Absolutely.
I've known Harriet since I was playing days.
Yep.
Harriet has a bus that all of our former players, I mean, we talked about calculating how many people have signed that bus, right?
3,000.
It's like 3,000 former Spartan Dawgs all across all our sports signed that bus. But she's a longtime supporter, and you're in charge of what? We don't say Booster Club.
Well, no, but I'm president of the gymnastics former Booster Club, now just called the Perfect 10.0 Club. And this year I'm actually president of the Downtown Coaches Club, which is the official Booster Club of Spartan football. So I got my hands full.
Hands full.
Right.
But we talked about our gymnastics program, and from what we endured to Coach Mike Rowe coming back and turning it to what it is now. Just to have 2 representatives at the national, championship, to be competing is a huge testament to what he's done. But talk about Delaney, talk about Gabby, and what they did. I know you were watching. But talk about what their whole deal is.
Both of these young student athletes are simply amazing. And what Delaney is doing now is gymnastics is partially artistic when you're on the floor, and it's partially elements that are required that they do. So right here, some of what Delaney's doing is simply artistic. So she's getting the audience to believe in her and to follow her and to love her. And so she's now here comes the first element. And the elements that are passes, they call them. And here she goes. Now, that is so much harder than it looks. And what she did was darn near perfect. She had a little tiny bobble with her foot at the bottom, which may have cost her a little bit of a deduction. They start with a 10.0 and then they deduct from there. So this is, again, artistics that she's doing right now, but it's also part of the compilation of her score. So she's putting on a heck of a show right here, and she's also fiercely competitive. And then in a minute, she's going to work her way over to do this is an element also. These are the jumps. They have more technical names than that, so forgive me for not knowing them.
Oh, you're doing a great job, by the way.
And then in just a second,
this is
she's
phenomenal.
going to do her second pass, which is a required element in order to reach the 10.0 standard. So here she goes. Here she goes right here. See how she takes a deep breath. Extremely, extremely difficult move. And she nails it right there. So she absolutely did a perfect landing. And she knows it. You can see her face.
Right. Now, did the rest of the team go there to give her the support? Because I think that's also the club being there with her rest of her teammates are there to cheer her on, especially when they does her shit. But now let's talk about Gabby, who's our all-star.
Okay, so Gabby on the beam is a work of art. She is absolutely amazing. What you don't realize, or people don't realize, is that is 4 inches wide. It is 4 inches wide. Most people can't even walk the beam, let alone look at this move.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
that
element
was
move.
it.
And
And that was what
right
you talked
there
about.
was
She
when
did
she
this
lifted her foot. That's what cost her, you know, her highest score.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Right here, that's an element move. That's a required move, is to have some kind of a spin or a turn. And here she is. All of this is somewhat artistic, but it's also elements. And then she's prepping to do right here.
And that's it,
Again,
yeah.
I mean, amazing work. Absolutely amazing beam work.
Well, Harriet, we appreciate this, man, because this is something we should have had her on way before. Because we were trying to talk play-by-play.
The expert.
That jump that she just did is absolutely flawless. I mean, and here she comes. This is going into her dismount. Watch this.
Oh, man.
And a tiny hop in there that kept her from nailing it.
Well, look, we're going to have that segment. This is a future segment.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Dean. Dean Joey sponsor
Thank you, Harriet.
segment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys. Go green.
Go white.
Thank you. How awesome is that, man? I mean,
Impromptu. She always delivers.
There you go, baby. Good job, man. Hey. All right. Outstanding, man. I mean, we got a full breakdown of all elements, all things gymnastics.
Yes.
Like, Otis, when you look at, we want to break down the spring game. We want to talk to the players that are here. We got Jacoby Windmon in the house. We got Cal Haladay. We got Keon Coleman. We got more. We got Tatum. We got all kinds of guys here. We're going to break it down and actually talk to those guys. And you and I should break down what we saw today after this message from our friends over at IHOP.
When you're smiling.
Introducing IHOP's new Eggs Benedicts. When you take a poached egg, add it to a crispy English muffin, fire-roasted poblano peppers, and shredded beef with our rich and buttery hollandaise sauce, you don't just get our handcrafted new Eggs Benedicts on your plate. You get a smile on your plate. New Eggs Benedicts in 4 delicious flavors, only from IHOP.
Well, welcome back to us here live at the Fieldhouse. This is Sparta. Jason Strayhorn along with Otis Wiley breaking down today's spring game. Having a subscribers-only event. As you see, it's live here, man. There's been a lot of people in and out. Weather was beautiful today. It's a little rainy, but it's drying up. Ain't nothing with a little rain ain't gonna hurt nobody. So, look, we got players passing us right now, but we have a player sitting with us right now in Jacoby Windmon, number 4 from Michigan State, number 1 in your hearts. What's up, Jacoby?
Put up to you.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, how you doing?
There we go.
We're good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I can't complain. Beautiful weather. Well, it was good earlier, but now it's raining.
Yeah. So as you wrap up spring and the spring itself, tell us about the feelings of like how you feel right now from the spring now that it's done and we're going to turn our page to summer workouts. Tell us what you're going through right now from just a mental standpoint.
I mean, for the most part, I feel pretty confident about our defense and our team overall. It's really just a matter of, putting everything together.
Yeah.
So spring ball was a good time to compete with each other and just show what you can do on the field and off the field. So I think it was a pretty good spring ball, something to build on, something to look back on, and, critique each other, get better from it. And so we can be prepared in the fall.
Definitely.
Man, Jacoby, I'm going to tell you, I was watching you in one-on-ones. I saw you in team period. Man, he was pretty much unblockable, bro. Especially in that 2 minute. They let Peyton, I don't know if it was Peyton that you got to, that if he wasn't wearing the red jersey, it probably would have been a sack, but, they let him make the play anyway. How do you feel about your pass rush skills and your linebackers being able to convert from 2-point stance to 3-point stance?
I feel like my pass rush is getting a lot better. I'm trying to learn how to still work new moves. Coach DT was a big part of, my pass rush, and he was very helpful. He's still helpful. So I just been really trying to focus on the small details of the pass rush. So that's what I've been trying to do, and being able to transition from DN to linebacker. that's been like, my main goal, just really working on my passion.
Talk about obviously the new coaching transition, the change of bringing in coach coming in from the NFL experience, obviously Stanford as well. But talk about that transition of having like that first time being with him in the spring, and what are the elements that he's brought in that can help you elevate your game?
I think just for the most part, how level-headed he is. He's one of them coaches who has a lot of experience. So he's not going to yell or nothing. He's not going to be rah-rah about things, because he's been there before. He's just more like, let's go look at the film. Let's get better off it. Let's communicate as a D-line. Let's rush as one. That's what
he's all about. Rush as one. That's awesome. Rush as one.
Coach Reynolds been real good, man, for me so far, and for the D-line. I can't wait to work with him in the fall.
Yeah. Based off of spring, last season to now this season, what are we going to see from Jacoby Windmon?
I think y'all going to see just, a tone setter, somebody to go out there and get the job done and do extra, effort. I feel like my effort would be a big part of, the defense and, getting everybody together. Making sure we all on one page, just being a field general and making plays while doing it. So I look forward to it. Just going out there and ball out with my brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacoby, man, we got a lot to talk to you about, man. But we got all kind of teammates in here we got to get to too, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, phenomenal performance today. You're definitely gonna be a star at this level and the next level. Good luck to you in the preparation for the fall camp that's coming up. But man, hey, we appreciate you joining us. Sign a couple autographs, have some chicken. Couple, whatever you want, man. It's on Otis.
I had buffalo chicken wings.
Buffalo chicken wings.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you rate it?
Shout out to Fieldhouse.
There we go.
I rated about an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? All right.
8 out of 10. I keep it real.
Yeah, we got to keep it real. We want that.
Absolutely. Man, we appreciate you spending time with us, man. Thank you. Go green, brother. Definitely.
Absolutely. All right. Appreciate you. Jacoby Windmon, everybody. Hey, look, we're gonna keep this thing moving, man.
Yeah,
hey, why don't we use next?
We got Kyle Haladay next.
Hey, how about
look, he's smiling
Steve
like,
Smith.
oh,
Hey,
man.
just Steve Smith.
Yeah, and we got Steve Smith next.
Put it after Cal.
We're gonna have one.
We're gonna have Cal Haladay join the show. How about that?
One of my loyal subscribers and supporters.
Hey, Steve keeps standing there like he want to get on there.
Yeah, he does.
We gotta. Hey, Cal.
Yeah, good. You can hear us. Welcome, man.
While Cal gets set up.
Yeah. You got it. Right up there. Hold it up to you and be straight, yeah.
And Cal Haladay joins the show. Welcome to This is Sparta, Cal, once again. How you doing?
You good? We can pull that up for you. Yep, there you go.
Now, Cal, hey, I just saw your father here a minute ago. He said hello, and then he told me that you probably could kick his ass.
At least he knows.
At least he knows, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, hold it all the way up to you. Yep. There we go. Yep. Good. And look, we're all about real live. Real live.
We're real here.
Good.
It's
We
not
go to cool school. Yeah. So, Kyle, talk about what Spartan fans saw today in a kind of regular practice format, not your typical spring game that you've been a part of prior to Coach D. But talk about what we saw out there and then some of the positives that came out of today leading into the summer program.
It's just a good time to get out there in front of the fans and show that we're putting in hard work and that we're doing everything we can to come out this far prepared and do everything right. Just trying to do the little things right.
Yeah. So we still can't hear him? Can you hear him? Oh, speak up loud. Yeah, speak up loud. Oh, you take one out. Take one out.
It's loud up in here. Yeah, go ahead.
Now you speak up loud.
I'm trying.
Hey, as a linebacker, you got to improvise sometimes, right? Same thing, man. It's football. But like I saw you today come in on a blitz where I don't know if it was a blitz or not, but I think you laid out my man Tennille Hopper. Yeah. What happened there?
Is playing downhill.
Hold on. Is it not swift?
Is it on? Is it?
Hello, check 1 2. Mic check. Hello.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
We were playing man and stuff, so Just kind of read his zone. It's kind of like ISO up.
Yeah.
Ended up. And just ended up with my favorite, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just the way it happened.
So you told us you're not flashy. Do you talk trash? Does somebody talk trash to you?
No, I don't. I just
let your play talk.
Yeah, I talk to myself more than I talk to anybody else on the field.
All right. So what do you tell yourself?
It's usually not very good. No, it's not very good. I'm usually very hard on myself.
You are?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Kyle.
Yeah,
What do you call yourself in third person, or you call yourself what?
No, not usually. I don't say my name. I just drop a lot of words that I shouldn't say.
I got you. Potty mouth. You dropped a couple words that you shouldn't say on live TV.
Why not? You're all family here. No, man. Hey, Cal. So you're looking at the overall body of work for Michigan State this spring. How do you think you guys fared in these 15 practices? Did you get better as a unit?
Yeah, I think we got a lot better as a unit. I think that we just communicated better, became more confident, and we've been able to work on little things and make sure that we got better and focus on things and just get better every day.
Definitely. So I'd ask the same question to Jacoby: is after you just finished this Saturday spring game, what's your mental state of one, you're going to focus on school, or decompress, get ready for the fall summer program?
It's just nice to get out of the schedule because we've been up every day 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, getting to the facilities by 7. It's good to just step back from football once in a while and focus on school now because get the grades up, make sure you're passing everything for fall, and then come in ready for the summer to just work hard.
Definitely.
We love it, man. Before we let you go, I see here your father's in the chat. Gregory Haladay said, just remember, your sister was the last to kick your ass?
Yeah, she was.
Is this true?
This is going back
Your
to
dad go back to 7th grade?
Oh, no.
Big
sis got you?
What?
She said,
your sister got you?
Oh, yeah, she thinks, he can say what he wants.
That's awesome, man.
We love it, man.
Well, look, we appreciate you spending time with us, man. I know you're doing some stuff for us. But
Good luck to you next season. We'll be talking to you, man.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
All right, go
get them guys going in the summer. All right, brother. Thanks, man. Cal Haladay, everybody. Yes, sir.
Good. All right.
So, look, Otis, as I look around, those are two great linebackers. You look at the defense today, it was extremely fast. It seemed like they were together. Missing 10 players on defense that didn't perform in the spring game, that's a lot for the level of talent that I was able to see out there. I'm looking forward to what Scotty Hazelton and company are going to be able to do come the fall.
Yeah, and I think the main keys that everybody wants to know is our secondary improved, or is it revamped more so? Because you got guys we got 2 young safeties, freshmen, by the way. Mango's about to be a sophomore. Maliq's a true freshman.
Yeah.
You got guys like they say Maliq Spencer is that guy who leads the team. And you got Dillon Tatum who, we talked to Darquez Denard on the sideline. He was saying that Dillon Tatum is a guy who is physical, smart, and you need a solid corner to be able to detect things when things are coming their way. And we still have one of our reserves guys, our senior guys, in Chuck Brantley, who is nursing an injury, is going to be in therapy, getting ready for the fall season. But I did like what we saw who was dressed. You saw our guys getting to the backfield quicker, which is good.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get many hits on the QB last fall and that many sacks. So let's turn that time to where we talked about that Rose Bowl team, right?
Yeah.
We were talking
the no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. You knew when they stepped on the field what it was about.
Absolutely.
It was about business. You get smacked in the mouth. And I think that's where they're seeing that they got to take that mantra and that mentality and attack that every day.
Without question, man. We talk about the coverage. If you can cover on the back end, it gives those defensive linemen a little bit longer and linebackers to get home, which is getting that quarterback down. You want to be able to put pressure on quarterbacks, and if they're worried about throwing the ball and turning it over, they're going to hold on to it a little longer, which causes sacks, which then creates more opportunities for the offense.
Absolutely.
Which we can talk about next. We talk about Michigan State offensively. Everybody wants to talk about the quarterbacks, and we'll get to them. But the running backs look promising today when you look at Nate Carter, Jalen Berger, and also Jaron Mango.
Yeah, and Jaron Mango ran past me, and This guy is a big running back.
Yeah, 230 plus.
Yeah. Mind you, Choo-Choo, I'm going to tell him that. Choo-Choo's probably excited. You see somebody as a big back like himself. I think we're going to have a 1-2-3 punch. You got a fast guy, you got a guy who's a combo guy, and you got a guy who's a power guy that has some speed. So I'm looking to see who's going to take the next step of like how they share the rotation. But we had the issues with the Jalen Berger and Broussard last year of like they never could get in that groove.
A rhythm.
So how much are you going to allow them to get in that rhythm before you rotate it and get the game script or plays on the game script?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and Nate Carter, everybody's been wanting to see how he was going to be as a player today, and Spartan fans got a chance to see how fast he was. It seemed like the offensive line played really well for him when he was in there. I mean, the guy, has a nice burst and able to pick up big chunk yardage when you need it.
Absolutely. You always want to see guys get to the mid-level when they break that front line and they get to the mid-line with the linebackers. They're able to make a move and get to the secondary. Because once you get to the secondary, you're going to have solid guys to be able to tackle you and get you down. And so I think it was good. It was a good motivating factor of what we got going into the summer. And it's only going to get better because now you're going to put weight on, you're going to get faster.
Yeah.
You get time to rest in between your workouts.
Yeah.
And when school is done, the finals are done, we'll be able to see what we got going on in the summer leading into the fall camp.
Oh, without question. I mean, you get some rest. You're right. I mean, you heard from Cal Haladay here. You get a chance to focus on grades, which is not something they don't do all the time, but they have less time in the football building and at practice now, which is always a welcome thing for football players when the spring closes. Talking about the quarterbacks now, we saw Peyton Thorne, we saw Noah Kim, and we saw Caden Hauser. How do you think those three quarterbacks fared today, Otis?
It was tough to do an assessment there because you're not in a game-like situation. And I think that's what we need to see is like our quarterbacks making decisions in a game-like situation. You did see some team, but it wasn't as elevated, 100%. I did see each quarterback make some solid throws. I think everyone wants to know is how quickly are the decision-making when things are coming every which way, and how do we get the ball out quick enough? And I think that's where everybody's looking. Can we move the offense in the tempo consistently? You didn't see anybody take a leap in the competition role because it was a scripted spring game practice. So I think summer's is going to be our detecting factor there.
I think you're right. I mean, all three quarterbacks show positive signs of things. You look at Peyton Thorne. I mean, he's a guy that's been there in the position for 2 years now. He has the jump mentally on preparation for the teams that are coming up. He understands how it is. You look at Noah Kim, elusive in the pocket, a guy that seems to be very accurate. Actually threw the game-winning touchdown pass to Antonio Gates Jr. in the back corner of the end zone there on the nice fade, which was beautiful. You saw Caden Hauser. The arm talent is undeniable from him, and seeing what he's able to do, throwing through tight windows. He can get the ball downfield like he wants to stretch the defense. So, I mean, this competition is definitely going into camp. It may go into the first couple of games of the season.
I mean, the question is, do you really want that? Do we really want where we don't know who it is, but someone's going to get the start? I feel like it's like a Hard Knocks fall camp where you had a rookie quarterback come in, you had a vet, and that basically say, hey, we're going to go with the rookie. And it's not just it's intense. But like for you as a Spartan, we're fans and alums now.
Yeah.
And we're media. But like standpoint of what are you feeling that decision making should be when you do name a starter? Do we give another opportunity in fall camp not to go in with a starting quarterback? Or we going right the week of, we're gonna say, hey, he's our guy.
I think they're going to go into the season, honestly, because you have Central Michigan, then you have Richmond. I think you're going to see multiple quarterbacks play in those two games. Now, when Washington comes to town, it's going to be Michael Penix Jr., a guy who has won in Spartan Stadium as an Indiana Hoosier quarterback, beat Michigan State last year at home in Washington, is now coming here to East Lansing again. You need to have a quarterback because it's going to be a duel of quarterbacks. They come in with a high-powered offense, so I think it's going to be then when you can really see. But everybody can play well in 7-on-7. Some guys can even play good in practice with the red jersey. It's totally different when the live bullets are flying around in front of tens of thousands of fans, and you're on national television, which every game at Michigan State is. So, in my opinion, yes, would you like to have a starter? I'd like to have a starter name now, but seeing where things are, I just don't see there being a clear-cut person that's going to say, okay, he's the guy before summer and into the fall, because they need to be sure. These coaches want to be sure, and obviously Spartan Nation wants a winner.
They do.
They got to have.
We talk about like keys of from last season to spring to summer training. It's like we need to figure out which one of our transfers and which one of our incoming freshmen additional guys that are going to make some impact. We saw Jordan Hall. Jordan Hall is the guy that you have. He's a dude. This is as simple as that. He's a dude.
Who?
Jordan Hall.
I think he's in the building.
He's in the building. He's
in the building.
Now we talk about some other guys. We got the Kims there.
Oh, the Kims, yeah.
Also, I see my roommate behind you with his son, Ross Weaver. That's
Ross Weaver now.
One of the fastest corners I've been playing. I played against or played with. But it's just
hey, Jordan. Hey man, come over here, man. You've been on the show before. Come on, have a seat over here, man. We're gonna talk to you about the spring. Okay, so look, we got Jordan Hall joining the show, everybody.
Are we good?
Another impromptu.
Mama Hall.
Mama Hall's in the hey, Mama Hall, you can come over here too. You come over here too. They don't have to be in the background.
Look, Jordan stepped on campus. When did you look? Let's talk about it. When you stepped on campus early in roll league,
get the good video.
Get to winter conditioning. Now you got spring. Talk about that whole transition and how you feeling right now. And put it up to me. Yep, there you go.
It was a very long process. When I got here in January, it was going from meetings every day to conditioning. It took a while to kind of get accustomed to it, but I felt like once I got used to it, I just took it on. Spring Dawgs were really fun. I've seen this progression of how I've been playing.
And talk louder too. Talk about because you got people behind you.
I've just been progressing each practice and just continuing to get better each practice.
Okay. Man, look, you look good out there today. I saw you making plays. You're running sideline to sideline. Like, what was it like playing for your first time, really in front of some fans? Wasn't a full sellout yet, but in Spartan Stadium for the first time.
It was a great experience for me. I honestly wasn't expecting the crowd to be that big. So walking in there and just seeing the love and support from all the fans was really a humbling experience. But it didn't last long. I got to focus up. But I definitely soaked it all in as much as I could.
And it's always nice having Mama Hall.
Yeah, when Mama comes always.
He was right here.
Turn around, look. Mama Hall. There we go.
Mama Hall.
Now, did you get a Mama Hall home cooked meal when she got here? Or it's not yet?
Not yet.
It's gonna be. It's coming. It's happening tonight, tomorrow. Yeah. A home cooked meal. What's his favorite meal?
Anything I cook.
Anything she cooks. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Take care, bro. All right, Mr. Haladay. Here's Mr. Haladay, everybody.
So now it's over. What do you think you need to focus on going into summer? Obviously, finishing school because that final's coming up. But like summertime, summer workout program. What you gonna focus on?
Just being more physical. I've been working on my footwork more. I want to focus mostly on that during the summer. We got a month off, so just want to get stronger, of course, faster, and just become more physical.
Definitely.
Hey, Choo Choo's on the plane. Head to Memphis to broadcast a game for the USFL. And he says, Jordan Hall impressed me today. He was on the field watching you. You know, like, what does it feel like to have so many people who played before that are giving you compliments? Does it go to your head? Doesn't seem to. You seem to be like, oh, I'll take it in stride, man. Like, what is that like?
I mean, it's great for me. I try not to let it get to my head. I try just to receive the positive feedback, and it's a humbling thing for me personally, especially when it's somebody taking the time out to, key on me. We have a bunch of great players, not even just on our team, but just in my position in general. So being,
kind of wanting to feel like somebody's watching me. It's a great experience for me, a humbling experience for me for sure.
Hey, we love you.
Yeah.
And we gotta hear from you. We gotta hear from Mama Hall for a minute. And Mama, yo on the mic. Just say it. Just see how you doing. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate you.
With you home. Don't go far. Just stay with it.
Yeah. While Mama Hall's getting set up here,
Yeah.
Otis, I mean, the maturity.
Oh man. I mean, I wanted to ask him because, like, as a freshman, this ain't a typical freshman.
No.
Like, this is what freshmen look like. Like, if you put my picture up with Jordan Hall coming as a freshman, it's like a pencil versus like this is a crafted man from the Lord himself, right? God's blessed this man, and I think he's gonna have a great career, man. And just keep the faith. Pride comes before the fall, too, right? Definitely.
Keep it up, baby. Good job, man. And look, you talk about sculpted from God. This is one of the probably main reasons right here in Mama Hall. How was it being here today after traveling and seeing your baby perform in Spartan Stadium for the first time?
It was really exciting. It was really exciting. Yes. I was just like, oh my gosh, there it is. Oh my gosh, there it is.
Yeah.
It was, just seeing everybody. It was really nice. Yeah.
Do you journey back to like when he started? We asked this question when he was on the show. The journey of young Jordan to now college Jordan is like running out there with the uniform. Was it like a we made it feeling, or like talk about that feeling just a standpoint of seeing them finally hit that green field?
It was like the we made it feeling when we was at Coach Stepper's house and he was like, I'm ready to do this. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing him out there today was just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. How many calls do you get from here down there? Is he homesick? He good? He all right?
No, he's good.
That's good.
I'm usually calling him. I'm like, are you good?
Are you breathing?
Right.
Yeah, I got to do better. My mom does the same thing. I got to do better myself. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I love it here. This is home.
That's awesome.
I mean, because he transitioned from IMG to a school like this. It's much easier because he's been gone. He's been away for at least, 3.5 years already before this. And I know you like having your baby around, but it's got to be comforting to know that he's been through this before and is able to just take it in stride, because there's other players, I'm sure, other freshmen that may be struggling that he can help.
Yeah, he's done really well. Like, it was just, like at IMG, I guess, here it was, it was just like, I got this, if I'm understanding the question right, it was just, coming from IMG here, it was just normal. It was just like regular routine type thing for him. Yeah, he was ready to go. He knew what to do.
Like the prep school format prepares you for this. Like this is
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Without question. And so, I know that you got in the stadium probably like, I think, an
you
hour,
were there
2
early.
hours early. That was the rumor out there. They said that, no one was allowed in but Mama Hall. So you were the first one in, got a 50-yard line
I don't
seat.
even know how that happened. We were just like walking around the stadium and we saw the 2 security people and we was like, we just want to know, like, how do we get in here? We just want to know ahead of time, like, where do we go? And it was like, the guy was like, wait a minute, are you Mama Hall? And I was like, yeah. Oh, you can go in right here. And I was like, are you sure?
Awesome, man.
Like, absolutely, ma'am. We'll find a door, and you can just go on up.
Just like we draw it up.
Okay. I said, I don't think everything starts until like 12:30. And he was like, it's okay. I mean,
come on in.
Bag check, nothing. I'm like, okay.
Like, this is my house now.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, it's good seeing you here. Obviously, Jordan playing M2. Jordan's father. Everybody's been here. There's all people here. It's good to see you.
You got to sign the bus. Did you sign the bus?
I didn't sign the bus.
Oh, we gotta get you signed the bus. That's legendary.
That was so exciting.
That's
Gotta
awesome.
sign the bus. No, thank you for joining
you
the
so
show.
much.
We
Thank you so much
appreciate
for
that.
having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Wasn't too bad, Mama. All right. I know you like that. Did a fine job, man. Thank you.
Thank
Jordan.
you.
Appreciate you. I mean, look, man. You talk about this is freshman. No one mess with Mama Hall. Look at that. Mama Hall. Love to see Mama Hall on the show. Man, we love this. It's awesome. Otis, I mean, look, a lot of festivities going on around here today. As we covered already, softball, baseball, rowing, 5K.
5K.
And then no choo-choo. You know, in remembrance of choo-choo. I don't know, like, we seen him roaming the streets earlier, and, you know, this is a Fieldhouse event. And we kept walking by Rick's. Like, he just couldn't. We're like, listen, no, you get, look, I don't know, we have a picture of Jehuu. Oh, look at it.
I like that we matched the hearts with his salmon colored pink, you know, cut off sweatshirt. Listen, Jehuu is, you know, he's legendary for keeping Rick's, like, that is his most loyal spot. Like, you should just buy equity into it.
Right, buy equity.
We got shirts, we got hats. That's NIL. He's an NIL ambassador.
He's an NIL deal. But Fieldhouse is where we're at now.
Absolutely.
This is the spot. This is the place to be. We got athletes coming here. Maliq Carr. Look at, he's walking around here. That's a big dude right there now. You see that? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's tight end for you right there. I mean, there's a lot of really bright spots.
Look, he's gonna sit down with us. Look at him.
So he's gonna sit
He
down.
thought he was good. He's trying to eat.
You know,
he's trying to duck out of here and eat. Put in there.
Come on the show. You gotta talk into that mic loud, real close.
I gotta talk loud.
Yep.
That's loud enough.
Yep. That's good.
Yep.
That's good. But keep it up there, right there. Yep. Look, we've been talking about you, obviously, being now the leading tight end, like starting, because you sharing some time, but like, this is your job, right? And we talked about the spring. Like, talk about your experience this spring, because last year you was doing some dabbling on basketball, and this is your first year where you're able to truly focus on football. But like, talk about the spring and like what we look to expect for summer and leading into next fall.
As far as the spring,
Yeah, put it up there. Yep, there you go.
as far as the spring, it was really educational as far as the tight end position. Because I really been like free balling it every season.
Okay.
But this season's gonna be a little bit different.
So smarter, like knowing the playbook. You knew the playbook, but knowing like how you fit in and make sure you get to your route.
So I know everybody's position now.
Look, you said, you see that?
That's smart.
You gotta know everything.
That's what you gotta know.
I help everybody out.
Yeah.
And then coming to the summer, everybody just getting in shape, getting in better shape. We already in shape right now.
Yeah. Oh, you should speak up too. Keep speaking up. Wow. Yeah, I know. You got yell like I'm
screaming that thing.
So I still got to scream in this mic.
Yeah.
Right. But as far as the summer goes, everybody just getting in better shape. We already in good shape right now, but we just want to keep it going on the track that we're going on right now.
Yeah, for sure.
One of our things is being the best condition team in the nation.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do.
Definitely. Talk about the tight end like culture of like what is a Michigan State's tight end body make now? Like what's the mission for that room? Because I know you got a block, and when you out there, you know you want to. I know you like to go catch the ball, but you got to be fitted in the blocking scheme too. But what are they requiring of a tight end from Michigan State right now?
You got to do everything. You got to know everything. Our coach calls us the arsenal, so you know we got to do everything. You know everything. We're basically the fixers of the offense.
Definitely.
Somebody mess up, we got to fix it.
Battery.
Definitely.
Hey, look, like so you have a lot of God-given gifts, right, to play this game, right? You can play obviously other sports. In your opinion, what is one thing that you need to work on in order to be the best player that you could possibly be?
As far as like athleticism goes and on the field, I think I'm on the right track to do everything. So for me, it's more like leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Or being vocal all the time and never going internal and just focusing on myself. Sometimes you need to focus on your teammates to be better.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
That was. What we gonna expect from Maliq Carr in the fall? From last season to this season coming up, what we about to expect?
Look, bro, we just like to have fun and
Yeah.
win games, man.
It's not rocket science, right? Okay.
Do your job, execute, Have fun. When we play a child's game, we gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you because I know you're about to head out and eat that food. So thanks for spending time, man. And like Maliq's mom is she's president of the Parents Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Been a team mom my whole life.
Team mom his whole life. Got you. But we appreciate you, man. We got a chance to meet your family, so thank you for at least spending time with us before you head out to eat some food.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all too.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you.
Appreciate it, Maliq Carr, everyone. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for joining this is Sparta all day long. I mean, like I'm losing power over here. We got rain.
Sign the bus.
Look, Harriet's jumping right in there, making sure you sign that bus. Don't forget that. Yeah, see, and Peggy is mom. Dr. Peggy is the president of the Players Association. Parents. That's what it is specifically. You know, I gotta have a Tatum. If the Tatums are here, we gotta have one Tatum. Come on over here, Darren. You gotta get over here and join the show, man. I mean, you're in the chat all the time. You gotta come over here and get in here where you fit in. Yeah. That's it.
So look, all our players were speaking like they didn't never yelled on the field. So you got to yell.
You want me to give my coach?
Yes, get your coach voice. That's what we need.
You'll be able to hear us in there real quick. Go ahead.
I'm okay.
Good? Okay, you good.
Well,
you hear?
Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? We're getting in here.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, this is my coach's voice. Can everybody hear me?
See. We got to teach our guys when they came on to be loud, man.
You got to project.
You have to project your voice.
That's right.
You want all the kids to hear you and make sure that it's in their head.
You look, and then that's your camera, so you looking there when you're talking. Look, you set, baby, you know? No, Mr. Tatum, 21, right? I've talked to Dillon multiple times. We call it the 21 Club. Clearly, I was 21, he's 21. It's been a while since someone wearing 21 has, like, fully embraced it and, like, making some plays out there, right? But, like, your son stepped up in that Penn State game when we had some injuries. And talk about, did you get a call from him when he knew he was going to get that starting job? Like, talk about that.
I can't recall the exact name, but yes, we did know in advance. We were really, really excited for him. He's been sitting back and watching and waiting for his turn and working hard week by week to make sure he's ready to go. He still was a little nervous.
Yeah,
of course.
But, I mean, you can see in the game that he kind of settled down towards it.
Oh, you put it up there. There you go.
But at the end of the day, I mean, he's an athlete. Go out there and do your job and support your team.
Absolutely.
You do your job, worry about yourself, and then everything will happen.
Yeah, because you talk about this spring, and then I feel like he is a patient guy, and he wants it, to happen now. But like, how was his spring leading into today? What you saw on the field?
Well, today he didn't play because of the injury or whatnot. But I mean, he's locked in. He's locked in 110% on the field, in the classroom, and just doing whatever else it takes to take this entire team to the next level.
Absolutely.
And to all the guys out there, you have to be all around. You can't just say, I'm going to play football. You have to embrace everything. This is your moment in time. You have 4 years, and that's it. So you step forward. You're representing everybody from your hometown. Lead by example.
Absolutely. And every time you meet him, it's very what? It's very, look in your eyes, shake your hand.
He's very aware, man, of what's going on. That's why he's awake. That's why, which is great.
Absolutely.
So is this your second spring game?
Yes.
So, because last, so this is your second time going around with this thing now, right? So he didn't play in this game. I know that he's got a little something he's dealing with, but he'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. But looking at his progression as a dad, right? You knowing that what you've been telling him is like coming through. I don't know if like sometimes I know parents probably don't see it, but do you see that he's growing yourself? Or how do you feel about where Dillon is right now as a player?
Well, one thing that kind of surprised me was he was like, Dad, this is maybe 2 months of him being here. He's like, Dad, everything is right here at my fingertips. I have no excuse but to succeed. So it's just a matter of time, right? My son is kind of different. It's hard to explain, but now he's like coming out. Before
It was like shell, a little bit like innocent,
in the shell,
introverted a little bit, but
introverted a little bit. But now he's more comfortable. He's getting time. He's getting plays in. He understands. He's locked in on what exactly needs to be done.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't make that up. And once we all know, once you envision things,
speaking to existence,
half the battle of accomplishing your goals.
Absolutely.
That's true. Visualization, your brain doesn't really know the difference whether or not it's really done it or not. So if you think of positive things, things will happen positively for you. So, and he's the guy who seems to get that more than your average freshman. That's out there. I mean,
well, to your point, we talked about every sporting event I'm at. He is everyone. Like it don't matter. Like
I mean, hockey every now and then, basketball, like, he's there.
And that's what you think about. Like he's enjoying the whole experience and the holistic approach to being a student athlete.
That's
and
right.
I applaud it because it's like, to your point, you get here, you blink, it's done. And that's what we always looking at. Man, back in my day.
I know that's been 30 years.
So like, enjoy it.
Like, oh my God. Man, you feel old. But then,
and I heard you could throw down on the grill and everything else. So my dad's saying, like,
we're going to have a cook-off now.
We're going to have it set up at Central Michigan game.
The Wiley Tatum cook-off. I'm
going to have my dad come over there. We're going to do something.
So let me just make it clear.
Okay.
My goal is just to provide the things needed.
Right.
For everybody to have fun. I am not the best grill person.
Oh, they saying you throw down.
I mean,
he's snowballing us. He's playing possum. He's playing possum.
It's like, you don't want to speak it up too much. So he's like,
I'm not all that
I contribute, and everybody was very pleased on what we did last season, and we plan to do it again this season. So, yes, bring them on.
I will,
it's all in fun. The parents have to have fun, too.
I know. We need to bring our former parents to join with the current parents.
Yes, keep it going. It's a family.
It's a family, man.
They Spartan Dawgs, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you. Thank you for your support, too.
Tatum, everyone. Hey, appreciate you, brother. All right. Hey.
Man, I feel like we got to get my roommate on Ross. We got to get Ross on. He's
bring Ross on.
Ross, go on, sit right here, man.
Ross Weaver.
Bring him too, man. Bring him too.
Bring little man.
It's been a while since being a roommate, man. We've been kicking.
Roommate.
Look, you can hear me talking to you and ask you a question. So just right here, you good. So speak up. Hey, keep it right here. Speak up. I like it's an Easter speech. Oh man. Ross Weaver, number 37. Look, me and Ross came to campus together in our freshman year.
Yes, sir.
One of the fastest, most physical corners that I played with. This is my brother for life, man. But wanted you to welcome back to campus.
Yeah, welcome.
I know you come in like you come in real quick, like boom, back to the east side.
Tell us what we got here with you, Ross.
Well, we got my son Ross Jr. here.
Woo!
We just spending a little father-son time here.
Yeah.
Thought it'll be the perfect time to bring him up here and just enjoy the spring game.
Absolutely. He came in handshaking everybody, right?
Yeah.
That's all. Ross, so you brought him back. And were you able to look at practice for a minute, or was it tough?
Well, I actually got here a little late and everything was done.
Oh, okay.
But just hearing the updates and stuff on the radio and just hearing what people's comments were, you can only help but be excited about this season.
Yeah. So do you get the feels when you drive back to campus? You be like, man, it's gonna go back to where I grew up as a young man, or you became a man when you got here.
Exactly.
But do you get excited when you see all the new developments? Because we didn't have this. We were here.
Oh, very jealous. Very jealous. Very jealous, man. To see all the different restaurants, to see The buildings being built.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have the dorms like us when we slept on beds that felt like concrete.
I know. Totally different
They
now.
got suites and
Luxury
towns now,
suites,
man.
apartments.
Suites, they got the sleep number mattresses and all that. Man, we didn't have
Hyperbolic chambers, all that, yeah.
But I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Look, you watched football last season, our season, being in the secondary, knowing what it looks like. What did they need to do to get back onto the other side of the page here, where we know we're coming out, we're balling out, we're competing? And this is the secondary alone, because this is where I like to fall. They go on offense a lot, so I get a chance when I got a defensive
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
I can dive
I want to
into
know
it.
his idea. What he thinks about the
what's
defensive
your
back.
vision being like, playing in the league, understanding what it should look like? How can we get better in this offseason right now?
And I honestly think we have the guys. We just need effective communication. So you can tell when watching the game if the guys don't look like they're communicating with each other. On the outside looking in, it's like, oh, another dude got beat. But like I believe that was just communication. You know, as we know, it can look like a certain thing.
Yeah.
The corner is not responding to the safety, or the safety is not responding to the corner. And that's what I think that we can really step our game up.
Yeah. He probably like, there's a couple times me and him, he looking back at me or looking back to him, we like
what's going on, man?
We like talk. They'll be like, lock it up, man.
Yeah.
You just do you. But
That's what Darquez said on the sideline today when they Choo interviewed him, and he asked him, what does he think about the defensive back? He said, I think, because he's with them daily, and he said, I think they need to just get out of their head and play within themselves and just
play ball.
Play, you know, and that's one thing. That's the thing. You're right, because when laymen, even anybody who play other positions, we don't know what the hell's going on with the coverages because we don't know the call. So it may look like somebody got beat, but it's really not his fault necessarily, right? So when you see good defenses play, it's a lot of talking. You can tell they're talking, communicating. Guys are moving and adjusting because there's a lot to see out there. Now, as a former player, what do you think about how there's the NIL, transfer portal, all these things that really you guys didn't have to deal with that these players now have to deal with? I mean, they're signing autographs here today for money, but I think if you do it the right way, it can be fun. But what do you think about it?
It brings an interesting dynamic to the game and to the recruiting program.
Yeah.
My hat's off to the coaches because you have a different side of recruiting that you have to deal with and be able to manage. You know, even from high school coaches to college coaches, they're looking at players who are now walking into money. You know, it's a different dynamic. And then when they come into college, you have more to think about than just your grades and about winning. That's what you ultimately want the players to think about.
Right.
I'm happy for the players. And I just hope that every university who gets the opportunity to have the NIL deal, that they'll surround the players with the right people and the right programs to be able to handle it and manage it.
Yeah,
that's a great answer.
Yeah.
We always ask, if we had NIL, what would have been your first deal?
What was your ideal?
What was your ideal deal if you was like, I would love to be an ambassador for? And I feel
Whatever
like I know
that
what you. What would you? That's a good question, though.
Rick.
That's Choo. You and him be fighting for it. Look, there he is.
I was about to say Wendy's.
There's Choo.
For me, probably the engineering building, man.
Yeah.
I stayed in there all day, every day, man.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, I would come home and be like, Ross. Oh man, I'm in the engineering building. It's like,
I'm in the engineering
and I don't see him till we wake up in the morning from the workout.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could even be a hard question for us former players.
Yeah.
Because we've never been there.
Yeah, never had to think about
Yeah,
it.
we never had to think about that. And so, honestly, I probably would have took any deal that came.
Yeah, we also worked together at the what's the place down in Lansing?
Riverfront
Grounds.
Riverfront Grounds, man.
They had us painting pools.
shoveling
Oh,
mulch.
remember that, man? We painted a whole pool.
We painted a whole pool.
You guys are doing like
we
real
working.
manual labor.
We working.
Manual
This was our NIL. We had to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the factory making steel ring gears. Guys losing fingers. It's terrible. I said, I knew what I didn't want to do.
Listen,
that's what I
when
learned.
they asked us to clean curves, I was like, no, man. Like, that's where I draw the line. I was like, Ross, I'm done with this. We out here shampooing curves and what.
Oh yeah, he took off on me, man. And I stayed there for 4 years. He did like a year and a half. Like, I'm out, man.
Out of there.
And he knew how to do the work, but he wasn't about that manual labor and then going into running.
Yeah, we had to work with Coach Man and then go do that.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, helps players, or the NIL stuff helps players not to have to go fish for jobs, because you don't know what situation they come from, what their background is at home, and what's going on. So this gives them the opportunity to be provided for.
Yeah.
So I do like that part about it.
And I'm happy for the guys now, man, that they're able to do it. So, man, it's great. It's great seeing you come back to campus.
Always love,
seeing you with your son here. Ross Jr. in the house. Hey, don't forget the name, Ross Jr. Ross Weaver Jr. Yeah, he listening. We're going to bring this up when he signs.
Right.
Appreciate it. Hey, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, look.
Great show.
Great show, man.
We had a good buzz behind us when it came to the crowd control. But the rain stopped, so now we got a good weather.
Oh, no. Now it's time to, have a pop or two. And, soak in what we saw this weekend as spring football comes to a close now. Michigan State transitions down to get those finals done, everybody. Make sure that you get all that. You're on schedule to do the right things there. And then enter the summer workouts before fall camp opens up. I'm sure we're going to have more athletes on the show as we continue. This is Sparta MSU.
Yeah.
And, Jehuu being on assignment, I like that he's showing some people out there.
You saw the bus.
You see
We
that?
talk about the legendary bus of Harry Dean.
There's a
all
bus.
The players signed. So if you see that around, definitely give a holler or try to stop it. But
without question, man. Hey,
had a ball today, man.
We did have a ball.
Hey, appreciate it.
For Jehuu, who's on assignment, headed to Memphis right now, and Otis Wiley, I'm Jason Strayhorn. This is Sparta. Have a good night. God bless, and go green.
Go white.
This is Sparta MSU as a combined presentation of Playfly Sports Properties and Michigan State Sports Properties. The show is produced by Pete Menez with additional support from Tony Costella. Operations and social media support is provided by Alicia Strayhorn with support from Cecily Max Brown. On-location technical support is provided by Good Fruit Video. Be sure to follow our hosts Jason Strayhorn, Jehuu Caulcrick, and Otis Wiley on social media. To stay up to date with all the latest This is Sparta News. Please like and subscribe by visiting our link tree and tell a friend to do the same. Thank you for your support, and as always, go green.